I'm here at St Mirren's Cathedral in Paisley on a lovely, bright evening. The cathedral doors are wide open and I can already hear the diocesan choir in full voice under the expert conductorship of Michael Hepburn, the diocesan director of music. So let's go inside and have a listen. I've managed to catch Michael for a quick chat. Thank you for speaking to me on such a busy evening. The choir is sounding fabulous. What's involved in being the diocesan director of music?
There's lots of different things that I have to do when it's coming up to different events within the diocese. I've got to attend quarterly meetings which we discuss what's going to happen in diocese, so chrism masses, vocations masses, confirmations, any other liturgies that are going to happen, and then other things that we do within the Liturgies Commission. And if we're going to plan anything in music days or reading days and things like that, I have to attend meetings for those. At the diocesan choir, we have weekly rehearsals every Thursday night, usually 6:30 till 8. If we've got something coming up, we'll rehearse slightly longer than that, and then I'll call them in for Saturday rehearsals or whatever that we in preparation for different events that are coming up. But just now, that's really what's my job is at the minute, but I'm looking at doing different things and hopefully expanding and making sure that parishes have got access to organists and different musicians, hopefully. So that's a kind of plan that I've made myself to sort of do for the next couple of years.
Well, tell us a little bit about your background, musical or otherwise.
So I'm a music teacher in St Peter the Apostle High School in Clydebank. I started playing the piano when I was in primary 5. The instructors used to come into the schools and do a kind of tester group with primary 5, and it was brass. So I'm a trombone player as well. And after that, I thought, no, I'd quite like to play the piano. And I got lessons with my grand's friend in Kilmacombe for a few years, and then I moved to another piano teacher. And then in sort of 5th or 6th year at school, I decided to apply for the junior conservatoire. So I went to there every Saturday morning for piano lessons, trombone lessons, music theory lessons and things like that. And then I decided that, no, I wanted to go in and become a music teacher. So I applied to the conservatoire and did all the preparation and practicing for the audition, and eventually got in and did 4 years studying B.Ed music there. And then I do other things. I always play at funerals, weddings. When I was at university, my friends, they were always in different groups and we always would help each other do different concerts, a bit like tonight. We would go and help her sing and play, or join a band and things like that, form bands for them to help with their different events that they were doing. So that's the background in music I've got. I love it, so if I can do it, I will, sort of thing. That's me.
Can you tell us a bit about what's involved in preparing for some of the bigger events that you're involved in?
The diocesan liturgies. So, as I said, it's first the meetings. We discuss what the event is and what we need and what not, and then basically making sure the music is appropriate is one of my jobs. So making sure that, an example is I'm not singing Advent hymns at the carol service, or we're not singing Easter hymns at the chrism mass because we're still in Lent, sort of thing. So making sure the music is appropriate, and I discussed that with Father Boyle just as the liturgy director. So and then preparing the music, so getting all the music photocopied, making sure that the choir know their parts. We're quite lucky. We've been allowed access to the website, so we've got our own tab on it, and I upload just recordings that only the choir can access, and it gives them their parts so they can hear it and sing and practice with those. But that's mostly it. It's just for picking the music, planning the rehearsals, and then getting other musicians in. I quite like the brass and having a quartet when we have a big event, so I would always make sure that I have them, and that's the planning of a major diocesan liturgy.
Do you have a personal favourite piece of music and why that the choir performed?
The Spirit of the Lord by Philip Stopford that I absolutely loved, and we did that at the Chrism Mass a couple of years ago. It was great, it was a fantastic piece. What's your kind of vision for the future? Is it some more bigger events, maybe having, I guess, conductor, ultimately with a view to maybe attracting some more new members? Well, we would hope to do more of these. I'm going to open it out to any other parishes that wish to have sort of fundraising events for their parish. It's something that the choir really enjoy doing as well. It's good that we're not just singing at the liturgies, we're also helping out. We'll do, if you want us to do sort of any nights in church halls and things like that and learn different rep, we'll happily do that. So one of the plans is to keep going with the sacred concerts, but maybe go into maybe more secular music if churches or they want a wee night in the halls and things like that. We had Philip Stopford in November. He came because we're going to pilot one of his mass settings in the diocese, and he came to do a workshop with us on this mass setting, and it was great fun. So we hope to get him back up again. I think he was great, and the choir loved him. There was a great rapport there. He was good fun. But no, that's the plan. Just keep going. Hopefully attract some new members and build up, and just see where we go from there.
I've also managed to catch a couple of choir members who are going to introduce themselves to us and tell us a bit about being members of the diocesan choir. Can you tell us who you are?
I'm Kathleen Power and I'm from St James's in Renfrew.
How did you come to be involved in the choir?
I knew Michael from another choir that we're members of, and when he became the director of music here, several of us came along, and we were in the diocese but weren't members of the diocesan choir, so several members came along to work with Michael and sing with the diocesan choir.
What do you get from being in the choir? Is it friendships? Does it boost confidence? Is it just singing for our Lord?
It's there's a big social aspect to it, but it has also developed me as a singer and given me much more confidence in my musical appreciation. Hadn't done an awful lot of singing for about 40 years after I left school. Then I joined this other choir and subsequently the diocesan choir, and my musical knowledge has really improved a lot. But it's good singing with everyone and a great atmosphere. Mm-hmm.
What would be your favourite performance piece and why?
The Benedictus we did today, I really like that one. Several of us went down. Philip Stopford is the composer of that piece, and several of us went to a workshop with him in Manchester about 18 months ago, and we did the whole of the Mass that comes from. So I thoroughly enjoyed that tonight.
Would you encourage other people who maybe are a bit, shy about coming forward to sing? Would it be good for them to join the choir, give it a go?
There are people of all abilities within the choir. You don't need to be able to read music, though it helps a little bit, but most of the music is recorded and is available online to work with, to practice. As I said, I hadn't sung an awful lot until a few years ago when I joined the other choir, and it was a long time since I'd left school, so it is a good idea to come along. We do a wide variety of music, and enjoy yourself.
Colin Burns from St Patrick's in Greenock.
How did you come to be involved in the choir?
In this choir, I used to sing down in the Galloway choir, and I still do that as well. But I moved up from Ayr to Greenock, where I was born, in 2014 or so. And then I saw something in the parish bulletin in St Patrick's about the choir looking for new members, so I got in touch with Michael. And I said, I do a bit of tenor and a bit of bass now and then, and that sort of thing. So he says, come along, so I did. And he took me into the choir and he just accepted it. So and that's how I got in this choir, but I mainly sing tenor. And I've sung tenor down in Galloway since about 2003.
What do you get from being part of the choir? Does it boost your confidence? Is it just nice to meet people, or do you just love singing for the Lord?
Just about everything there, to be honest. It's a fantastic confidence boost, because I can't read music for a start, okay, so being able to sing stuff like this with the teaching, if you want, that Michael does, and he just brings everybody on, and so as other choirs that I've been in, they bring you on, basically. They put up with your wrong notes and having to repeat and repeat and repeat to get it right, and then eventually everything just clicks. So just that sense of achievement is fantastic. And yeah, we sing sacred music, but we also have an absolute ball during the rehearsals as well, especially when I make a mistake on that. And there's a good bit of banter and a good bit of wit around the choir as well, so it's really good socially and that. So yeah, and the friendships. Willie is probably our oldest member there, the guy that I was helping up and down and all that. He's got the best wit in the choir, so yeah, it gives me all of these things.
You clearly get a lot from singing in the choir. Would you encourage other people to come along and try?
Oh goodness, yeah, I definitely would. I know there's probably some people out there that think I can't read music, I can't sing and all that, but nobody's really tone deaf. And even if, like I said earlier, if you can't read music, we'll put up with it and we'll bring you on. And what you'll find is, and what I found is, I'm beginning to read music a wee bit better, and I can relate what's on the paper to what I'm singing a bit better now. So it's improving all the time. So yeah, I would definitely say get involved in the choir and that. And what you saw here, we've only got about 4 men in the choir, so we need a lot more men. I know we make ourselves heard, but we still need a lot more men.